Okay, welcome. Um, I am a diehard fan of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, but 2 and 1 also. I played 4, and I also played 5. After that, I stopped. I'm not professional tier player because there are people that post videos. Um, I've watched a few on YouTube. They are really good at Heroes of Might and Magic. Also, there are people who make videos about how to play this game and will give you a breakdown of the factions. Let's get this adjusted here. We'll give you a breakdown of the factions, what every unit does, lots of strategy. I am playing the campaign. I'm on the fourth map, the final map for the Arleon campaign. I just wanted to post a video of some of the gameplay of this. I'll add some thoughts, maybe, possibly, a couple of thoughts here and there. But really, I have not ever streamed before. Uh, I wanted to give it a try, and I also wanted to try to post a video to YouTube. So let's see how it goes. You tell me. This is really an opportunity for both of us to experience this together. So, um, I love the game Heroes of Might and Magic. That came out for MS DOS. I had it for MS DOS. Um, Played it a lot as a kid. I mean, Warcraft 2 was out at that time. I was born in 1984. That's right. Anyone born in 1984, you know. You know. I'm going to get some Glimmerweave. So in this game, we have three special resources: Celestial Ore, Ancient Amber, and Glimmerweave. And they just let you, for the most part, level up your troops to a higher tier. Now, let's get one more in these stacks over here to help give us some more order magic, so we can just start really cranking out order magic every round. And I'm getting chaos essence from knights. Interesting. Okay. So I'm new to this game, but I really like that aspect of, I'm going to call it mana, but being able to get magic through your units. I think that's pretty sweet. We're just going to get into this risky battle. So let's put our range units up at the top of this elevation. Get these range units down here for that elevation. Get the swords out front, and let's see what happens. Try not to lose all of my units. Once again, I'm not great at this game. But if you're seeing this for the first time, this is Songs of Conquest by Lava Potion, I believe the designers company is. Really fun game. So what you're seeing is Necro, essentially, versus the Knights faction, but they're called Arleon. That's the campaign I'm playing. Arleon is like the castle in Heroes of Might and Magic, and these units charge times two. They gain. Um, they're already charged for 2 hexes of movement. For every hex of movement you move towards the enemy, you get a bonus of 10 melee offense. Now, 10 melee offense in this, that green plus 10, that is a percentage of what damage you would do to the unit. So I'm just going to walk right up. Forgive me, we have some dirt bikes rolling around here. Alright, now we have lots of order, protection. Let me protect. Oh god, who's coming at us now? What are they going to go for? It's a guessing game. I'll try to defend my archers because they're probably going to go for them. And I can't reach them, so I'll just walk right up and hopefully absorb some of the damage. Now, we go up And so in this game, elevation adds both range to your unit's attack as well as uh, an increase in damage that they do. Oh no, high ground is just bonus range, it looks like. However, if you're on the higher ground, you have I believe you have a defense buff for units that attack you. Have to double check. But I'm going to just shoot. Let's see what we can do. See if we can kill as many rats as possible. That was not great. Kill a couple more. Now, if you move your entire movement, your turn's over. But if you move partial movement, you can continue. So like right there, I didn't move to my maximum movement capacity, so I can take a shot. So you can move and then shoot. That's a little bit different from Heroes of Might and Magic. Also, your archers, you can see I have 2 tiers here. I have a dotted line here. This is a critical damage, so I'm doing like full damage. And then if they're in the second wave here, you just do normal damage. And it tells you, one nice thing about this game is it will tell you right here, deadly range plus 100% damage. If you're outside of deadly range, you just do normal damage. So I will try to weaken. I want my knights. I want all of them. I tried this once. Disclaimer. Nice, that was perfect. I already played this once, and I did okay, but the computer did beat me up a little bit. I wonder if I can move like an... Oh, so I want to, with this unit, just move around and then hit this skeleton pile here, Oathbound, to get that charge defense. However, right now I'm in the skeleton's critical attack radius here within 1 hex. If you are within 1 hex of a unit and you move away from them, they will hit you, which is a hard habit to break for Heroes players. So instead of walking over and attacking these rats, I'm going to actually getting hit by these Oathbound before moving over out of their range, I'm just going to attack them. This is going to be tough. Let's get some protection on them. And let's just start going at it here. So right here, I want to move to this higher ground, but if I take a step, I'm gonna get hit. Ugh. Let's see if I can bait some of these units into my single stacks just to not lose my better stacks. So here, yeah, see, I wanted to test it. I took a step to get up to their same level, and just, yeah, that was stupid. I just lost all of them when I didn't need to. Alright, that worked out perfectly. Okay, so now we can charge up. Let's take them on. Nice. And then let's take them on. Do I want to do the offense boost to try to kill them in 1 hit? Didn't even work, and I took a hit there also. Oh. Alright. And there we go. Okay, so I lost some units here. Let's apply haste, see if I can get there. There we go. Honestly, let's be real. Here's my magic clone, or love letter as they say. I'm going to be using some Heroes terminology so for anyone watching who played a lot of Heroes, you know what's up. I will try to correct myself as we go. I'm going to skip all of the flavor and story because it's not super engaging. But basically, you're the human troops, the Arleon, and there are these mystical creatures of the forest. You are fighting each other due to some misinformation. Now you're working together. But I don't like the Arleon. You're kind of just like a. I heard someone on a podcast refer to them as cops, which is pretty funny. You kind of are. It's like, oh, you're not obeying our laws, you're going down. Podcast. Let me look this up quick. Songs of Conquest. Just to give credit where credit's due. So Three Moves Ahead did a podcast when this was even earlier access. Right now, this is the beta. Episode 562, Three Moves Ahead. And they talked about how this faction is really like a enforcers of the forest. Thematically, I think this is your knight faction, right? And it's very, like, your units are Western European, or European. I think they're mostly white. Some of the wielders are people of color, but for the most part, white European trope crossbows, castles, medieval, feudal, timey stuff, plucked right from Heroes of Might and Magic 3. In Heroes of Might and Magic 3, they had a faction, Castle, okay, and it was very European, medieval, timey kind of stuff. In this game, they have this faction, but you're fighting. Okay. Plus 10 offense and gain a command slot. Okay, I'll take that. But you're fighting against another faction called Baria, which is interesting. But in this campaign, Baria, some of their units appear to be more like West Asia, as referred to as Middle East. There's a great book by Tim. Hang on, War. Hang on. The author is. Oh God. It's all about maps and like the lines that were drawn on maps and how they affect us today. It's really good. Prisoners of Geography by. I enjoyed it. I found it to be engaging. It's called Prisoners of Geography by Tim Marshall, and he's talking in the Middle East, either in this one or one of his other books. But Tim Marshall says Middle East, middle of what? East of who? Right. Anyways, there's West Asian, Middle East themed units, and in this game you're playing as this like European-ish, like medieval time, and you're like fighting against these this faction from thematically from that part of the world, and it's just like I don't know, some of it doesn't really sit very well. I think some people might be bothered. I also saw in this game a picture of a person hanging from a tree. Now I'm from the U.S., where there's there's a lot of like really bad history in Europe, all over the world, but in the U.S., there was slavery, and hanging is something that's going to largely trigger people. So I think for a game to have like individuals hanging from trees, it's I don't know. I think this game is great. I think they've created a really nice world, and there's so many strengths. But I feel like moving forward, they should consult with a cultural consultant. Just to keep their audience in mind. So we're going to take all these units. So once again, there's a lot of videos um, about strategy tactics, and they'll talk through, oh, I'm doing this. Do I want this? Yes, I want this, and this is why I want this. I'm just going to play, and if you enjoy it, then please stick around. Also, please write comments on what I'm doing, what you may have done differently. You can add in the timestamp. Hey, at this point, you move this unit here, and you. Why did you do that? Why didn't you do this? I would appreciate that. So right now, I'm moving these units over here to get chaos magic going, and we'll get one more. Is this order and chaos? Yeah, I'm gonna get one order chaos. So now each round while fighting, I'm just going to get tons of magic for those types. Yeah, so going back to that, I think it's really nice to tie in history with fantasy, like kind of loose history, fantasy. I just think that should be mindful moving forward because I think it's a great game. I, I don't think it's flawed. I just think that they should be mindful. That's all. And I was listening to a podcast, the Board Game Design Lab, because I am a board game fanatic and I design games. And in this episode, I think his name is Jason Perez. He talks about tropes and how to not just go like a safe route and not incorporate any history or but when representing like groups of people in a game, we fall into these tropes, and he really gets into how to make it more interesting and to try to like keep things in mind. I really enjoyed it. It's the Board Game Design Lab, and it's Jason Perez. Um, Jason Perez Board Game Design Lab, How to Boost Creativity and Avoid Tropes. I really enjoyed that, and I just think he really helped break down some of these things in gaming that we should be thinking about because it's evolving. And oh wait, hang on a second, Chaos Step. We don't want Chaos Step, but we do want some of this, and I don't know if this does not affect these units as much being undead. I think it still affects them in the same way. These damage spells. I'm just gonna wait. Just get tons of magic, let them come to us. Chaos Step. Let them come to us so we can charge. Okay, we're starting to, as you can see, so I love that about this game. Essence that you get from each unit at the beginning of the turn, so we're starting to build up a lot of essence right now. And we have chaos. This is chaos magic and order magic, or essence, if you will. So you can see here I have a total income of 6 per round. That's because I have these single stacks of units plus my regular stacks. And the reason I have 10 per round because I dispersed them out to have single stacks. These, what are they called? Forgive me. Oh, hang on. Here we go. These. What is going on here? So strange. It's not really showing me their name, but anyways, these little nymph creatures. They are. I think they produce 2. Yeah, here we go. They produce double chaos magic, so having single stacks of these really goes a long way. All right. I'm going to have to pause this and stop this because my partner, my wife, is traveling to India right now. She's giving me a call. So this is my first video. This is the Arleon faction, and I'm going to have to stop this and then come back mid-battle. Bizarre. But I'm just going to label these number 1, number 2, so you can see the next one also. All right, thank you very much. Cheers.